Good morning. Just jumping on here to share with you a couple of thoughts that I've had over the weekend. And this video is a little bit longer than the usual. So if you're busy or you can't be bothered, keep scrolling past, or save it for later. So what I wanted to talk about today was, like I said, a couple of thoughts that I've had over the weekend, and they are about, being defensive, being triggered, and being wrong. So I personally feel like, when we get defensive and we get triggered by other people, especially, that those are our reactions. We're allowing our insecurities to rear their heads and project onto the other person. We often feel challenged by that person, so we get defensive and we get triggered, and project our insecurities forward onto them, which often comes in the form of anger. But what I believe is a lot of the time we feel like we're being judged, by the challenger, whoever's said whatever's triggered you or got your defenses up. And we often feel like they're trying to shame us about something, and I really believe that the only things that we are ashamed of are things we feel shame about in ourselves. So, if you were to shame me about being fit and being a fit person, it wouldn't bother me. I wouldn't feel ashamed by it, because if anything, that's something I'm quite proud of. If, however, here we go. If you try to shame me about having a drinking problem, right now it probably wouldn't bother me, but definitely at one point, I would have felt deeply ashamed about that. So, what we feel, we're just projecting out. We're getting defensive about something that bothers us internally. What we also get defensive about being is wrong. Everyone hates being wrong, and the way I see being wrong now is very different to how I used to see it. I think being wrong, everyone is wrong. Sorry, by the way. If you feel like you're not, you are. Everyone's wrong about something. And I personally think we need to embrace that and just accept it. I wouldn't go as far to say as I love being wrong. That would definitely be a lie. However, I'm definitely grateful for when people point out my mistakes, or correct me on something, because it's an opportunity for me to learn and be better, instead of me getting all defensive. And we often see people defending something that even they know is wrong in order to not let that other person know, which is ridiculous, because the only person that's missing out is us. So those are my sort of main points I'm trying to make. Basically, is embrace being wrong, because we all are, and it will lead to better development and growth of us. And also, the next time you're getting, you feel you're getting defensive or you're getting triggered by someone, instead of biting back, just have a little think about why that's actually bothered you, and you know, I'm willing to bet 9 times out of 10 you probably find that it's actually something that you know, you're bothered about yourself, and it's nothing to do with the other person. It's your reaction and how you've chose to interpret whatever they've said. Yeah, so those are my thoughts that I've been having over the weekend. Hope you all have a great week, productive week, positive week. See you later.